Hi, my name is Ram. I am a marketing manager for MediaCast. Here's something that you. Here's a fact that you probably have noticed, but really haven't put a lot of focus in. If you look at the way you communicate with your computer, you're essentially using hardware devices that are in use for more than 50 to 60 years ago. I'm referring to the keyboards, I'm referring to the mouse, as your way of communicating and operating your computer. Now, the problem is, 60 years ago, the way we use the computers are way different than how we use it today. We are using computers everywhere, and that goes true especially for content creation. Now, the challenge here is that, you have the power of your computer, but you're operating using outdated hardware, which is just a keyboard and the mouse. And so when you're using, let's say, applications like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, and all of these applications that are popular amongst content creators, it's very challenging to use, traditional forms of input devices. And what you would need right now is the content creation field is so competitive. You really need to be quick. Your quality needs to be great, and you have to continue churning out all of this content. And what could speed things up is getting an input device that matches the way you work and that matches the software that you use. And this is where products like the Loupedeck CT come in handy, because what it does is that it gives you all you need. It gives you the modern hardware that allows you to be more efficient in your work. Instead of using the mouse, why don't you use a knob? Instead of using your keyboard, why don't you use a touchpad, making things more accurate, quick, and efficient? And this is why I encourage people to look at having personal devices like the Loupedeck CT, especially if you are into content creation. It really makes a whole lot of difference.